Alright, hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Heroes of the Storm A to Z. Once again, my name is Conman. Today we are going to be checking out Raynor, the ranged assassin, from the StarCraft universe, of course. So Raynor is a really solid choice to pick up if you're relatively new to the game. I think he's easy to play. I think he's easy to learn, easy to get into. He can be forgiving because of his adrenaline rush ability. So he's got some range as well. So if you're just learning the game or if you're just getting into it, Raynor's a solid choice for an assassin. I personally think he's not very complex. He's not terrible. He's just kind of he's average. You know, he does the things and he does what he does very well. You know, he's not flashy, but he gets the job done, which I think actually fits his character pretty well as well. So for starters, why is this good? Let's look at his trait. His trait right off the bat. His trait, nothing flashy. Basic attack range is one further than most other ranged heroes, and his vision radius is one further as well. So he sees further. Let's look here. He sees further, and he gets range on most comparative to other heroes. So he attacks from range. He attacks fairly quickly. 1 1/4. So he's got a little extra oomph there, especially compared to Ragnaros, who we were just looking at in the last video. And he sees a little bit further, so he gets some extra vision, which is nice. Other than that, nothing special about him. He gets him out, nothing standard there, or nothing out of the ordinary there. He's at 20, as you can see. He's about average, I guess, for a ranged assassin, under 3,000 health. It's, fair enough on the regen. Let's dive into his talents and his abilities, and we'll see what makes Raynor tick and why he's just, he's a solid pickup in most compositions, especially against high health heroes. He can be pretty fun to play against. So first off, or play as, I should say. First off, penetrating round. It deals a chunk of damage. Actually, the damage is quite nice for what it does. It's 12-second cooldown, and it knocks enemies back. It is a skill shot. Let's talk about cooldowns here. It is a skill shot, so you do have to make sure that you land it. This is Raynor's only form of crowd control. You're gonna want to keep this kind of in your back pocket to knock people away if they get too close. If you can use this to interrupt channeled abilities, if somebody's doing something, you can kind of push them away, and that will do it. So, because it does kind of it does have sort of like a, I don't know if you can really see it, like a stun frame while you're getting moved back. So this would interrupt, say, mosh pit, that kind of thing. You can use this to secure a kill if you're going to get it, because the damage is quite nice. But you're really going to want to save this for getting out of danger, for knocking people away from your team. If somebody's, dived in on your team, you can kind of, move them away, be like, nope, get out of here, that kind of thing. I wouldn't open with this. I definitely wouldn't open with this unless that somebody is casting something that you absolutely need to stop. Then you would want to kind of go in on it. His W ability is Inspire. Look at this. So this is the range. It's just kind of a fire and forget. You gain 30% bonus attack speed for 6 seconds, and nearby allies gain half the amount. So this is what it looks like when you cast it on yourself, but your allies get it, and it also works on minions. So I'm going to walk over here. We've got the 2 Malfurions are going to have a heal off, but I'm going to walk over. All of the minions get the Inspire effect, so they're going to attack faster. They are, yeah. So you can use this when pushing in. Your minions will attack faster. They're going to, take down structures more quickly. This is going to help your allies as well. You see Malfurion gets the effect. So if you have any auto attack heroes, it will help them out. So it's pretty nice, pretty standard. And then that's basically it for targeted abilities for Raynor. So the E is Adrenaline Rush. You can't notice there's no. Maybe you can hear my key clicks here. It doesn't actually do anything if I click it. Raynor automatically heals for most of his health, for actually a lot of his health. I won't say most, but a lot of his health. You see the number there, 965, so a little less than a third. When Raynor is below 30% health. So let's watch this. Let's go play with the mercenaries, as I am often want to do. And you'll see when I drop down. There we go. This is going to kick in. Actually, let me take toggle cooldowns off so you can see it really trigger. Hit me again, boys. There it goes. Okay. So you see it heals me back up, and the toggle will The cooldown will go 40-second cooldown. So this is one of the reasons why Raynor is kind of forgiving as a character. So he can get low, and then this will like bring him back up over time. It doesn't make you invincible. You do want to be careful about that. It doesn't make you invincible, but it does give you a nice bit of self-sustain when you're out in the open. You know, if you're kind of laning, you want to be careful about being aggressive when this cooldown is down. Because also it won't trigger if you're stunned. I'm fairly certain if you're stunned or hard CC, it's not gonna trigger. So you gotta watch out for that. But there it is again. You see, so it heals you up actually pretty quickly. You could use this. This could save your life in a number of different occasions. So that is one of the reasons why I think Raynor tends to be forgiving as a character, and why he's pretty solid. You can take some damage. You can kind of use this to get out of situations that normally you wouldn't be able to. He's got 2 ults, just 2. Let's take a look. We're just going to click whatever. First one, well, actually, I'll do Raynor's Raiders first. So, Raynor's Raiders summon 2 Stealth Banshees that attack an enemy. Each Banshee deals 113 damage a second, and they last for 22 seconds, which is pretty long. And you can reactivate this ability. Notice they pop out of stealth once they start attacking. So this is single target. This is going to be single target damage. I can reactivate them. I can kind of control them to move around. When they're moving, they're going to be in stealth, so they can't actually see them. Otherwise, I can target. When they're out of stealth, these Banshees can be attacked. They can be destroyed with focus fire, so you got to watch out for that. But if you need to zone somebody out, if you need like single target damage on a particular target, if you can, I'm going to toggle cooldowns again. You have to be in relatively, close range in order to fire them off. But for example, let's say you can get in on a Chromie. This will, actually, other than the one shot that I just did, this is going to do, if left unchecked, a significant amount of damage. Like, if you're an assassin, if you're a squishy, excuse me, if you're a squishy, you can't just sit here and eat that fire. You need to bail out. So you could potentially, cause one targeted hero. Look, I mean, that's a lot of damage at level 21. This could potentially, you could cause, one hero to either bail out and kind of run away to avoid the damage, or cause their enemy team to focus fire on your Banshees rather than you to kind of take it down. This is useful when you're up against, say, a Zeratul, a Nova, a Valyr, somebody who's stealth, because you fire this on them, it's going to keep picking away on them. They won't be able to re-stealth because they're going to be attacked constantly. So that'll kind of take them out of a fight. It's very nice against a single target that you absolutely have to just harass. If you can get range to fire it off, it's a pain in the butt. They will chase. The enemy player can of course run away, especially if they have any speed boost. They can run away and avoid the damage. See, if I cast this here on this Malfurion, he's probably going to just sit here and eat all the fire because he's a silly AI bot, and he's going to get killed because of it. And there he goes. Boom. Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen. Okay, so that's that. The other ability is Hyperion. It's going to look something like this. So this 100-second cooldown, order the Hyperion to make a strafing run. It deals damage, 151 per second, hitting up to 4 enemies. Also occasionally fires its Yamato cannon on structures. Let's see if we can do this. We'll refresh the buildings here, and we'll fire this off. And you'll see as it passes through, it will occasionally ping. There we go, does a lot of damage. You can use this to push a structure. As you might imagine, if these are down, this will fire off on the fort. That'll be pretty nice. The damage it does individually isn't very high, especially when compared to the Banshees. I mean, look at that. It's not inconsequential. I mean, that's 1,500 damage if you stay within the range over the course of the ability. It's not going to kill anybody outright, but it will be residual damage. It will force. This is a fantastic zoning tool. You're about to get into engagement. You throw this down, and if the enemy fights within this, there's just extra damage that they're going to be taking. It's going to really, pick away at them and plunk them and whatnot. It really forces enemies to kind of bail out. You can use this to zone out enemies for an objective. If you're pushing, obviously you want to go in there. If you make the mistake of fighting under the fort, if you're really pushing the fort and the enemies jump on you, you throw this down. It'll do damage to them. It will do damage to the structures. You see that? It just picked that structure off. I mean, look at all that damage to the fort just right there. Straight away. So, very good zoning tool. One of the other reasons why Raynor is, he brings a little bit of utility to your team composition. So let's take a quick look at his talents. Some of the weaknesses of Raynor. So he doesn't have any really hard CC other than penetrating round. He is primarily all auto attack damage. I mean, he's ranged. He's going to be all auto attack damage. He does have to watch out for people who can counter auto attack damage. I mean, you know, people like Illidan will give him some trouble because of the mobility and because of evasion and stuff like that. Cassia will give Raynor some trouble. Excuse me, based on her trait, which, you know, mitigates auto attack damage. Anything like that, he's going to have to watch out for. Anybody you can dive in and, you know, he's got low mobility. That's the other counter. The range makes up for the fact that you don't have a whole lot of mobility. So anybody who can get in your grill and hit you with some CC is going to be a little bit troublesome. So I like for level 1, you've got your scouting drone. We saw scouting drone with Malfurion. We didn't take it, but we saw that it was there. It works the same way.
Choose a talent.
It's just a scouting drone. If you're going to be playing against some stealthies and you think it's going to be important, scouting drone definitely a viable option at level 1. I like seasoned marksman for most other ideas here. It's a quest talent. Kill enemy minions near you grants you 0.2 attack damage. Takedowns grant 0.5. So at 40,
choose a talent.
You get this ability, which is going to increase your attack speed by 40% for 3 seconds. So let's look how that works. There's your attack speed. I mean, that's going to be, you're going to be churning out some attack speed. This is going to stack with Inspire, so you can really melt through a target using that combination. Also, so even though you complete this quest at 40, this quest will stack indefinitely. So you will, over the course of the game, just keep, you see it going up there in the corner. You will, over the course of the game, your attacks will just continually get stronger over the course. Now, I don't know if you're going to get 80. I don't know if you're going to get 80, extra damage bonus on this, but it will potentially stack indefinitely, even after you get the quest. So that is really nice. At level 4, we've got focused attack. Every 10 seconds, your next basic attack against a hero deals 60% additional damage. So let's look at this here.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
There it is, right there. There's your bonus. It shows the cooldown here, and there it goes again. And auto attacks, your basic attacks, are going to reduce this cooldown. So if you attack more quickly with Inspire, this is going to be up more often. So this is just consistent extra damage that you're going to be firing off on people. I really like this ability. Alternatively, if you've got a team that has got a lot of really good CC, Relentless Leader is pretty great. Let's see if we can. So first off, it passively reduces the cooldown on Adrenaline Rush, so that's nice. But if you're stunned or rooted, it knocks away nearby enemies. Let's see if I can get Malf to cast a root on me, which is why we've got Malf here instead of our usual Arthas. Come on, buddy, drop your root. Do something. If I have to drop. Nope, that is my Malf throwing a root. Why are you not rooting someone? Do a thing. Okay, let's see. Maybe Butcher. Butcher's a great one to show this with. We're gonna toggle Butcher.
Killing spree.
We're going to actually get rid of Malf, so I'm the only one to be targeted. Hopefully, we can get Butcher to charge. Come on, buddy. Charge. Well, maybe he's just not gonna use the abilities, and then I won't be able to show it off. We'll give it another minute, and then we'll give up, and we'll just proceed in the interest of time. Oh, I knocked him out of it. God damn it. There we go. Okay. It was worth it. It was totally worth it. So, Butcher is actually one of the great heroes to use this against. So you saw two things there. One, you can use penetrating round to kind of stop a charge. You can just knock somebody in the face and it blows them back. I've definitely tried to dive in on people as Genji. Like I tried to dive in on a Raynor once and I've been knocked back and shot down, and that was kind of unfortunate. Relentless Leader can be really good if you've got a team that has a lot of close range stuns. The Butcher is fantastic to use this against if he's going to target you. By default, Butcher is actually one of your counters because he can, he can get in on you if your penetrating round cooldown is down. He can die and charge in on you, hit you with a stun, and if he brands you, he's going to self heal way back up more quickly than you're going to be able to take him down, and you're going to lose that engagement even with your adrenaline rush. If he's stacked up, of course, if he's got his meat. This will prevent that. If he charges in on you and stuns you, just like you see here, it will knock him back. It's got an 8-second cooldown, but that is pretty nifty. And the passive ability to reduce your adrenaline rush by 15 seconds is nice, which means you're going to have that up more often. At level 7, let's go to level 7. We got a couple of interesting ones here. We've got Revolution Overdrive. Gain 10% movement speed while affected by Inspire. Increase this bonus by 5% for each allied hero that's cast on. So you see, actually, I probably should take it so you can actually see it. So this is, I've got 10%. And if I cast it over here, it's only going to be, I'm sorry, it was 15% next to the ally, 10% over here. But that's nice, gives you a little extra oomph. So that is pretty cool. We've got, penetrating round slows. That is interesting. It's a short slow. It's not really much going on there. Adrenaline Rush could grant you armor. So, I mean, the theory is if you're taking damage, you're going to want the armor. So that is actually 4 seconds, which is pretty nice. And Adrenaline Rush can also be manually activated. So if you know you're going to go into a fight, and so let's see how that looks. We're going to reset the talents here.
Choose a talent.
So now I get the E here. I can manually fire this off whenever I want to. So the potentiality for this is not only could you, if you know you're going to go into a fight, or you're not going to go into a fight, and you're going to need this up, you can heal yourself back up at will, or if you're in the middle of a fray, you can fire this off and get the armor, defenses, which is something that could be potentially really, really useful. So you can kind of toggle that off as it goes. Whenever Raynor, put on a clinic, whenever enemy minion Raynor has recently damaged is destroyed, his ability cooldowns are reduced by 1.5 seconds. That's pretty neat. Let's go and take a look at that.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
I'll show you what that looks like. I'm gonna go. Let's actually toggle. There we go, because that one's got some time. Now you see, this is going to, the reason I did that, this is going to affect Adrenaline Rush. You're going to get knocked back. There you go. Goodbye, sir. So that's potential as well. This just means you'll have your abilities up more often, assuming you're fighting within minions. It depends on the map, of course. Tomb of the Spider Queen would be a great map for that. Lots of minions all over the place. Level 13, Giant Killer. Really good. Basic attacks against enemy heroes. So I've talked about Raynor with Giant Killer a lot, but against tanks, Giant Killer is going to be the way to go. Lots of HP, high health heroes. You're going to want Giant Killer. This can build up pretty quickly. Let's reset one more time.
Choose a talent.
We'll take that. Doesn't matter. Actually, I lied. Let's go. I'll show you something here. We'll go focused attack. We will take. We'll take that for the sake of argument.
Choose a talent.
Giant Killer. Okay.
Choose a talent.
Let's say you got your quest completed. We're going to do one of these. Whoops. We're going to wait till this goes down. You're going to see all of the damage that you can do on like just single target melt through somebody. Just like that. Everything goes off at once. I mean, you really do a lot of damage in one shot. If you can get all your cooldowns to go fire off with focused attack and with Giant Killer, it's just extra bonus damage. It's super good. Yeah, absolutely. No more can be really said about that. All right. So you have potentially two good choices here that I think at 16. First one, and the more consistent approach, is Bullseye. First enemy hit by penetrating round.
Choose a talent.
He's stunned. They're still going to get knocked back, but now the stun is going to last for for a second after they get hit. This is really nice. You can use this to kind of stop enemies and ensure that they're going to be killed. If you've got a team that's got a lot of CC, a lot of slow, a lot of stun, Executioner is pretty nice too. Attacking a hero that is under effects of CC is going to increase your basic attack damage by 30% for 3 seconds. So that is very neat. You're going to need, the thing with this is you're going to need to have the team to cast, to use this with. You don't have any CC yourself, so you need somebody on your team to be able to trigger this for you. Like Arthas, for example, is going to be slowing people because they are going to be in his AoE, and that would be nice, and then you can really pick people off. Otherwise, Bullseye is going to be the more consistent choice. At level 20, I mean, almost always, Nexus Frenzy. your attack speed is increased and your basic attack range. I mean, that's a lot of range right there. And your speed is increased as well, so it's pretty great. Bolt of the Storm, there's the one mobility that you could get. Potentially, you know, the upgrades to the heroics here. You get some additional damage off the Hyperion. Banshees remain stealth while attacking and fire 50% more frequently. So that's nice too, which means it's harder to take them down. And then a card to play. Whenever a hero, ally, or enemy is killed, the cooldown of Raynor's heroic ability is reduced by 15 seconds. So that's an interesting one, depending on how the game is going. I mean, the cooldowns are not short, 180 seconds, as you see here. So, you know, that could be interesting if you're, especially like in a quick match environment with a lot of squishies. If people are getting killed quite often, that could mean that your abilities are going to be out more often. So you gotta, you know, Raynor is going to do well. He's going to need someone to CC for him to keep enemies within the range of his abilities. He's going to want to watch out for people who can counter auto attacks. You know, he's great. He's a great pickup against tanks. With Inspire, he can definitely do a lot of pushing because he gets the enemy, he gets the melee, the minions. I know the words. He gets the minions. Will be able to do a lot of push because you'll be able to outpush the, and now down it goes Butcher. You'll be able to outpush the enemy minions. So that's pretty nice. You want to time that down pretty quickly. Like you'll see, I'm not even going to fire. I'm just going to walk around. Oh, I might have to chase Butcher up. But what I was going to say is, my guys were going to win that fight just because of the attack speed boost. So that is pretty sweet. So anyway, that's Raynor in a nutshell. He's not too difficult to play. I mean, he's pretty simple. You want to kind of just stay at range. You want to be able to pick people off. Choose your moment to run in and use your Inspire and kind of unload on people and do a lot of damage. It's kind of the way to go. Hope that you have a team that can provide CC for you or peel, because if you do get dived in on, or if you miss your penetrating round or it's on cooldown, that's it. You're going to be in some trouble. Let's hop into the game and see what we can do.
Anytime you're ready.
I like the fact that this looks like a shotgun, but it's still going to shoot like the regular rifle that Raynor has. It amuses the hell out of me. Anyway, what do we have? So we've got, alright, we have an Arthas here, so that's potentially, actually that's a Leoric, I'm sorry. I think that's a Leoric. Pretty sure that was a Leoric, and so maybe what I was about to say about Executioner is going to be bogus. It is a Leoric. Okay, so we don't have any real CC other than the Stitch's hook, so that could potentially be a problem. Chromie's going to be able to outrange us. Dahaka could be, man, this is not going to be a great match for Raynor here, I think. I can kill Chromie if I can get in range of her. That's going to be a problem. Dahaka is level 6, so maybe I will kill him just for being inexperienced. Who knows? Otherwise, the tongue is troublesome. Hammer, I can move around a little bit with penetrating shot, but she's going to outrange me when she's in siege mode. You know, hopefully Adrenaline Rush will protect me long enough to get the kills. Morales, I'm not too concerned about. So yeah, a couple of people again with the low levels. You know. Chromie is going to be the one that I'm worried about. She can really burst me down quickly. Have to watch out for that. I'm hoping if Stitches get a pull on her, that would be fabulous. Fabulous. I'm going to start off with Seasoned Marksman. They don't have any stealthies. I'm not worried about that. I'm not really worried about the vision. So let's go Seasoned Marksman. We're going to just try to kill all the things and get all the damage built up over time. We will have a little bit of mobility with Lucio. Hopefully the speed will be pretty nice. He's got some boop ability.
Hope you're ready. We got 10 seconds left.
I think a lot of this is going to rely around Stitches getting hooks, as Stitches is wont to do.
3, 2, 1. Stop the killing.
Also, I forgot that I bought the Tychus announcer just to play with Raynor. That amused me. Stitches is, I don't know what he's doing there. Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
I guess he's waiting to see what we're doing. We're all going to go bottom, which is not the best choice. I heard Dahaka just pop up. He's around here somewhere. He's probably over here. Gotta back up.
You ain't feeling the pain.
Let's give all of the team. There we go. There's the kill. Unfortunately, we lost Lucio in the process. We're just going to knock you back just a little bit. Just a little bit. There's a good hook. All right. Someone is going to need to go top. Absolutely right. Here we go. So we've got top coming up. Now, just get knocked back. I can't. Here's the problem. Like, I can't outrange. I gotta back up. My cooldown on Adrenaline Rush is down. Gonna grab the globe though.
Going hostile. This should be good. All right. This medic's my
Good hook.
best friend. You ain't feeling a thing.
Oh, gonna back off a little bit.
Sounds
Oh dear. The beacons are energizing. You have to control them.
much obliged.
Thank you for the heal, sir. There's the hook there's the pull that I was worried about, but unfortunately the enemy team was backing off, so that was okay.
Please let this work.
Thanks for the pick-me-up. Fill 'em
I'm gonna grab this beacon
whatever's clever.
and just start it off because we have the top beacon. So let's get that timer going. Almost a good hook. I thought he was going to grab him, but that's okay. This is working out for us so far. I think Stitches has been on point with the hooks, and that'll be fantastic. I'm licking my lips for a Chromie hook, and that'll make me a happy guy. But Chromie has been up top thus far. Also, there goes there's a death on our side. Kharazim is unhappy. We'll go focused attack. I'm not too worried about the stun
You ain't feeling a
or the
thing.
roots. Only Dahaka is really going to... Souls are starting to piss me off. There we go. Give me a hook. Give me a hook.
Going hostile.
Gotta watch out for Chromie. Chromie can nuke us down pretty quickly. Do have to be a little cognizant of that.
All day long.
I'll let Stitches take all that. I'm just going to build up my Seasoned Marksman. I want to build up that quest as quickly as possible. There we go. I did get hit by that, but that's okay. Just a zone out Dahaka.
Sounds like a plan.
Look at all the push, though. We're doing... Nope. Stop that cast.
All right. This medic's my new best friend.
Excellent. The enemy will have to deal with a much larger wave of Zerg than
All right, very good. Come right back.
Right on. Thanks for the pick-me-up.
Oh, that is our Kharazim. Okay, so we're in good shape. We got a full Zerg wave going up top, and because they're all down here, they're not defending that Zerg wave, so that's pretty sweet. So I think actually I do see Hammer up there, so Hammer will do some work on those. She'll have a good time being able to take them down. Now they bail out, so we're gonna get now we're free to push here. So let's toggle Inspire and do some work. We're free to kind of tear up down here. We're gonna get the advantage for this one. We're gonna probably take. We're gonna take down this healing fountain. Is what we're gonna do.
Choose yourself a talent. One in the cheek.
Did you get them all? I don't mean any offense. I just want to be
We're gonna get the
sure.
keep, which is or the fort, I should say. We didn't get their top fort, but it's at half health. We're gonna get this tower as well. This is gonna give us a nice lead. Here comes Chromie. Gotta watch out for that. She just nailed everybody there. But that's a very good start for us. We push them back. I'm gonna bail out. Yep, I saw that coming. Here comes Dahaka. Look out for that. I'm gonna poke you a little bit.
Whatever's clever.
Yeah, Leoric said the same thing. We got bottom keep, not top. That is okay. That the keep is a keep, or a fort is a fort. Fort is a fort. Ouch. So the two specialists are up top on their side. Somebody's going to come and help them out.
Raiders roll. One in the cheek.
Let's just get some push going on here. I'm going to knock down these walls too. Don't like the walls. Walls are bad.
Going hostile. Whatever's clever.
That's fine. We'll just keep pushing. I'm okay with this course of action. I know there's a time trap like right around here. Oh, there's the time trap. That was a very close pull. I would have loved for that to happen, but that's fine nonetheless. We'll back off as well. Don't want to overextend. I think what I want to do is come up here.
The beacons are powering up.
I obey.
Raiders roll.
Make haste toward the beacons. They're up and running.
Hot footing out there.
Let's get bottom. We'll pick up bottom. I'm fine with that. Let's go up top. I'm going to come up top. I do want to be careful because they are up there.
Give him some pepper.
We'll just knock him out of range. Actually, I don't think I knocked him out of range. Oh, that was a good grenade. That was a good grenade.
Sight is here.
Going hostile. Raiders roll.
Didn't get it. Gonna take... We did get it. Fantastic. Good job, team. I'm gonna toggle this fort. I'm not gonna be able to get there in time.
Light 'em up, man. Got something
Our enemies destroy the foe. Slain.
Thank you.
My condolences.
I want to be careful. I can get hit. My cooldown is up. I really would love to have been able to push in there. Unfortunately, I am too low health without Adrenaline Rush. I'm going to tag this globe, though. The Hawk is going to take bottom, but we're going to get 60% on it, so that's fine.
Good.
There's Adrenaline Rush. It re-toggled to heal me back up. I'm going to come bottom. I would love to get another Merc Camp pushing at the moment. Ah, son of a bitch. They're going to take top as well, so we've got to be quick on this.
Medic's my new best friend. Whatever's clever. You ain't feeling a thing. Much obliged. Going hostile.
There we go. Get the kill into Haka as he bails out. Unfortunately, we gave them a lot of charge on the Zerg wave. We're going to get bottom back. We're going to head up this way and try to loop out anybody peeking from here. We're going to get top. I'm going to try and cut off this. Oh, I'm going to get time trapped. We're going to... There you go. Prevent that hammer from getting away. That's what I want to see. Want to watch out for Chromie. And we get the Zerg wave. So the Zerg wave is going to go bottom this time. Their Zerg wave is going to come up top. We'll just come over here. I gotta watch out. Whoops. That Zerg wave is eating me alive. Their Zool goes down, so that is fantastic. I think he was in the Zerg wave. Oh, gotta watch out for Chromie. Haha, she deleted me. Yeah, saw that too late. That was my fault. I was standing still, and I let that happen. You want to keep moving. Chromie just made me disappear, which is too bad. That's alright. We're doing okay thus far. We still have the advantage. Did we get the keep? We got we're not gonna get the fort. We're not gonna get this fort. Chromie, please kill her. Oh, she's gonna get away. She's gonna get away. That Kharazim overextended. Definitely was not. That was a mistake on his fault, on his part, I think. Hammer's gonna do a good job of killing off the rest of the Zerg waves, so they're gonna mitigate most of that objective.
Zerg
Yeah, I think he realizes that he messed up.
So exciting, they said.
We're gonna go Giant Killer.
I'll show them some excitement.
Right on.
That was a nice attempt by Leoric to get the Entomb on the hammer, on the medic, excuse me. Just missed. I'm gonna zone out and get this. There we go.
Keep up the pressure.
We're going to head over here. We will help him out. They've got a big push on bottom. We're going to have to defend against.
It's my new best friend. Keep up the pressure.
In hindsight, should have maybe saved Hyperion for that. That would have been great.
It is fate.
Going hostile.
There you go. That is a fantastic entomb, and that is a dead Dahaka. Good hook. Unfortunately, we weren't there to follow up on it. I'm going to stand back here and just pull up the work. We still keep our fort alive. Oh, I see what you're trying to do there. There's the kill. I ate the chromie shot, but I had enough to survive, and it didn't even trigger my adrenaline rush. Now we've got a push going. I'm a little far behind. That medic is going to go down.
Got something special for
That medic hopefully will go down. There she goes. Okay, very nice.
you.
We're going to double back over here. I'm going to get time trapped first.
One in the chin.
Leoric is going to grab the top. Let's head over to this siege camp. Get some push going on this. The Haka probably is going to take the top, but he's going to be under pressure from our team. So they should be able to kill him or chase him off and retake top easily, and they do. I see most of their team is up there, so I'm going to come and help them out. If we get there in time, we're going to throw Hyperion up on this. There's some zoning potential. It is going to go out of range. Got to watch out for that. We do get the Zerg wave though just in time.
Is heading towards your enemy.
Kharazim is super pissed off. Oh, that's fantastic.
You ain't feeling it better.
I'm gonna hang out.
On me. Choose yourself a talent.
Enemies.
Down he goes. Very nice. That Kharazim is super salty. I'm hysterical. Alright, enemy Zerg is down. I would like to get some structure damage here. We probably will. Their hammer, watch out. Their hammer is alive. So she's probably defending. Let's knock her back just a little bit. I want to stay out of range. I need to back off. I'm getting hit pretty hard. Yeah, that's the one thing we gotta watch out for is the range that they have. They have a lot of range, and their range even outranges my range, and I have range.
Resetting pens as per protocol.
I'm gonna back up.
Man up.
So we're ahead by a level. We'll take this. I'll take this with him. That's fine. We get this. We should get this pretty easily, and we do. Very good.
Here we go.
Thanks for the pick me up. It's all good.
Zool is there. Knock them away. Gotta watch out now. There you go. We'll just zone in. Yeah, body block. You're dead. I'm gonna get hit hard though. That's a stun on you.
Killing spree.
This should be good.
Medic is the target. Medic should be the target. There we go. There's a fantastic hook. Medic goes down, and now the rest of them should fall. The Haka gets. Boom. We do have to watch out for that. Yep, that's the problem, boys. Chromie can outrange the heck out of you.
It's all good.
Let us capture this
I might have blocked him. He's yelling at me. I didn't actually see it. I may have blocked him there, and that is my bad. I don't think they should have been in there that much anyway, but
They'll be active soon.
We are still in good shape. I'm gonna hang out here. Nope, they're going to engage. Okay.
The beacons are now online. Please keep them out of enemy hands.
Time to man up.
Kharazim has got to watch out for the enemy up top. There they come. I'm going to come up and try and help out, but it's a 3-on-1. That's a little iffy. Gonna hang out here for just a minute. There's a Chromie. Oh, hello. I got lucky that their time trap. That was fortunate for me. The time trap saved me from getting Chromied.
Light 'em up, Matt. Got something special.
The hammer is the one that I want to focus on. I keep saying hammer. The medic is the one that I want to focus on. That's the one that's going to keep all of this alive. And once the medic goes down, they are going to get killed. There we go. Boss would be a good call at this point. Oops, I want to stay out of that slow. Never mind, no boss.
Smaller batch of Zerg is headed our way. Please get rid of them quickly.
Let's head down. We'll push bottom. We'll have the Zerg wave. We do have to watch out for Chromie.
You ain't feeling a thing.
There is, I didn't see who that was. We want to watch out for whatever that was. Alright, so now I completed my Season's Marksman quest, so I can toggle the attack damage when needed.
It's all good.
There goes the keep. This could potentially be game with a full Zerg wave. Ouch. We'll go Nexus Frenzy. Yes, please. You're gonna get stunned. You're gonna get dead. Good hook. And game. Well done, team. Well done, team. Kharazim is super salty. Oh, that's great. Leoric MVP.
MVP.
Good job. All the XPs. What do we got? Man, that is... Ouch. Well, I'm going to vote for Leoric. Well, that's fine. I will take it. I will take it. Let's look at the stuffs and see what we did. That was a pretty solid game. The range was a problem for me. You know, I do apologize for the stitches if I blocked him at one point. Certainly wasn't intentional. Something you have to watch out for with Raynor because of that range. You're tending to be behind everybody. Yeah, let's look at the stats. Yeah, 9 kills, 1 death. I got deleted by that Chromie at one point. Most hero damage. Yay. Thumbs up. Our team did well, though. I'm still laughing at that. That Kharazim was super pissed. Yeah, Chromie did really, really well. She was the one I was worried about from the get-go. And that was a tough game for her. But she did a solid bit. When comboed with the Zool, I mean, with Sergeant Hammer and Chromie, one Zool gets you in the bone prison. You've got to watch out, otherwise you're going to be taking a lot of damage. Their Dahaka, I thought their Dahaka might be a little on the weak side. It proved out to be, I think I was correct there just based on the experience level. He let himself overextend a little bit, although our Leoric did really well, caught him in a couple of entombs. Stitches had a bunch of good hooks, which worked out really well. You know, once we were able to isolate Morales and kill her, kind of the rest of that house of cards tumbled, and it worked out. So, yeah. For me personally, what could I have done? I think my positioning could have been a little better. I allowed myself to get killed by that Chromie, and that was not great. My timing of Hyperion might have been a little better. You know, there were a couple of times where I used it, and then the enemy team kind of walked out of the way of where it was going, and then I really, 10 seconds later, wish I could have had it again. So that was a little potential improvement, but otherwise, yeah. It worked out. I had a very solid front line. I had some heals. I had lots of heals and a solid front line, which is great for Raynor because it allowed me to kind of stand back and do what I did best. Anyhow, let's look at the talents. So I went level 1, Seasoned Marksman. Every minion killed near you grants some extra attack damage. We finally were able to finish this off at the end of the game, at the 18-minute mark. You know, so maybe this goes a little bit faster in a 3-lane map. It worked out in the end. Level 4, focused attack. I couldn't say words. Every 10 seconds, your next basic attack against a hero deals 60% bonus damage, additional damage. And this is going to, you know, obviously, it's going to stack up with Seasoned Markman or synergize with Seasoned. Yeah, level 1. Basic attacks reduced its cooldown by a second. So you're going to be attacking all of the time. Basic attacks, even against minions, it's going to do that. So that's great. And you'll be able to have this up more often. Level 7, Revolution Overdrive. Gain 10% movement speed while affected by Inspire. You know, I don't know if this worked out too well, but I liked what was going on there, so I ran with it. Level 10, I went for Hyperion rather than the Banshees. I wanted the zoning potential. The Banshees are really good. I mean, if I could have gotten range, the Banshees could have, you know, really chased Hammer away, which could have been a thing. But I did go for Hyperion just for the zoning potential, just to kind of have them spread out. You know, the one thing that I was worried about with this group is to get them in, is to have an entrenchment. And what I mean by that is have Hammer sieged up, have Morales healing her, you know, have Chromie throwing bombs from the back, and then if we try to move in, we're going to get bone prison. And that was the worst thing that I wanted to happen. So that's one of the reasons why I went with Hyperion. If I can force them to either take that damage or bail out of that position. At level 13, I went Giant Killer. Basic attacks against enemy heroes deal 1.5% bonus damage of their maximum health. If I can actually put my mouse cursor on the damn thing. There we go. You know, they don't have a whole lot of high health heroes. You know, Dahaka perhaps, but, you know, it's more damage, and that did the trick. Level 16, Bullseye. First enemy hit by penetrating round is stunned. You know, I didn't have to worry about... I didn't have any real slows on our team. Maybe Leoric. I don't know. Maybe Leoric, you know, had some slow, but I think this was the better choice. I would have wanted more consistent CC on our team before I went with Executioner, so I went with Bullseye, and I think it worked out. And at level 20, Nexus Frenzy increases attack speed by 20% and attack range by 1.1, so more speed, more range equals yay. The game was kind of over at that point, at that particular stage, but just in case, let's go with it. It worked out. So that's Raynor in a nutshell. Pretty easy hero. Things you want to look out for with Raynor are heroes that can outrange you. I'm looking at you, Chromie. I'm looking at you, Hammer. Heroes that can outrange you. Heroes that can get in and CC you, which is Zool. You know, this was not a good comp for me personally, for my character personally, but I had a good comp to help counter that and bring up the balance. You also have to watch. You want to watch out your positioning. You know, I definitely got killed at one time by Chromie because I was just standing still, and that was a bad thing. And then I may have blocked Stitches at that one point and gotten him killed. I didn't see it. I wasn't, honestly. I kind of looked away at my minimap for a second, so my bad on that. You know, he didn't have to be a jerk about it, but, you know, my fault, so I'm sorry. You know, pay attention, that's all. Anyway, that was a good game. It's glad to get a little bit of a streak going. I like it. I like it. Anyway, my name is Conman. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know, you know the drill. Let me know what you think in the comments or anything like that, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.